This fight, first of all, congratulations to Ben Whittaker. Business is back as usual. So congratulations to you. Put you to one side a second. I told you all, I warned Liam Cameron. The minute this rematch was being made, I warned Liam Cameron. I said it in my videos. All you BWTM Sports watchers, followers, supporters, I warned you about this rematch. And I said I'd seen this rematch, some sort of rematch like this before, where the first fight was controversial. The second fight, the fighter that had all their success got blown away in the rematch. What happened? Liam Cameron got absolutely destroyed. Now, I don't know whether that's by payment or by class, but either way, he got blown away. I warned Liam Cameron in this video, in my pre-fight, don't expect the same Ben Whittaker. If he prepares and he's professional and he's with Andy Lee will get him to sit on the shots and put shots together, and there'll be more harder shots. I also said that it's more than likely that Whittaker will catch Liam Cameron coming in and catch him with something sharp and nasty as he's coming in. That's exactly what happened. I know a lot of people don't like Ben Whittaker and the way Ben Whittaker looks at things or the way he does things. I think he's in a catch-22 situation. There was so much hype put up about him in the beginning when he was dancing and doing all that stuff. So the hype was too much, too soon. And he fell into that, thinking he could do things his own way. And then he realized, come unstuck. And now he's got settled with a good trainer. So he looked better, he looked professional. And Liam Cameron with his, I said it, Liam Cameron would come out, his hands like just tucked tight and trying to get close to Whittaker. I said it would happen, and did it not happen? I said, don't worry about the 12 rounds, don't worry about the 10 rounds, it might not go that long. And usually when things like that happen, when you're talking about the rounds, the 10 rounds, the 12 rounds, that's one of the things that can confuse a fighter. The second thing is the fans. Oh, when he started talking about, oh, I just like the fans and support the fans who's been supporting me and blah blah blah. I did it. Once you get caught up into all that stuff, I knew he was going to lose. Me talk about the fans and stuff. 15 minutes of fame. Cameron should have taken. Thank you very much. He should have taken. When he had the opportunity to do something against Cameron against Whittaker, he didn't, unfortunately. That's the way it goes. His ship has sailed. And Whittaker did what he should have done in the second fight, in the first fight. But you know what? Cameron's become richer off it. Cameron's become more recognized off it. I don't think Cameron's going to ever have a night like he did against Ben Whittaker again. That's it. I think that's his high moment of his career. And if he's been paid off some good money, fine. The question is, was he paid off for the second fight? Was he softened up between the first and the second fight? Was he given more money to just, you know what, take the 10-rounder? And was he given more money on top to just become a sparring partner? That I don't know. I don't know if those things are the case, right? Because, I mean, you look at the fight from the first fight to the second fight, you know, maybe what I did think is that Liam trained for not the best Ben Whittaker, but the worst Ben Whittaker. The first time round, he saw him like a giant. The second fight round, as far as I was concerned, he trained and he fought Whittaker like he had no fear of him because of the first fight. So you can't train with fear because you think you've got the guy's number and you think he's not as good as he actually is. So when you come to the second fight now, you're like, oh, I've got this guy. I've got this guy's number. But he's a totally different animal. And he dispatched of Liam Cameron in such a fashion that, as I said, it's either one of two things. Whittaker is that damn good, is that damn good, or Whittaker is that damn good, or he's protected and he was paid a certain amount of money. That I don't know. That I can't work out between the two. I can't really work that out. I can't work out if it's one or the other. And if I could work out what it is, we'll know in future fights. That's what I'm trying to work out now with this fight. Whittaker, when he fought Cameron the second time, was Cameron paid off? Softened, if not paid off, was he softened up? Like, the whole second fight to me seemed as if it was, I wouldn't say the word scripted, but I kind of knew, I had a feeling that Cameron was going to get blasted out of there. I don't know if it's the mindset of Cameron, where he was softened up from the first fight and, you know, he'd been paid money, and which he deserved for the rematch, and got caught up in the fact that, you know, the fans and the pressure of the fans, and, you know, more people expecting more of him. More people expect of him more than ever in his career, and that he felt he was the saviour of British boxing, and he felt that he was the man to stop Ben Whittaker in his tracks. Rather than being the underdog with nobody expecting anything of you, you're expected to lose, so it don't matter. The pressure's not on you. So you go out there and you do your thing. You're able to do that thing. But when you've got the pressure on you of all people backing you, and we've got more supporters, and go on, Liam, you can do it. And he's like, oh, there's people in his inbox and so many people, he can't answer them. He couldn't answer me. He couldn't answer me. His old buddy that did interviews with him before, he couldn't answer me, but he could answer the fans. The people had no connection to him, he could answer them. But that's all right. That's okay. I'm not bitter. I'm not angry. The fact of the matter is, it's 15 minutes of fame. That's what it is. When you get into positions like this, when you're going into a rematch, you've got to be even more focused than you were the first time. And when you're nervous, when you've got pressure on you, naturally your body clams up. Naturally your body becomes tighter. And you just want to load up and land a big punch on the person, rather than you be more relaxed. So like Whittaker was, is very relaxed. Just, you know, taking everything very calmly, very coolly. And you've got a very good trainer in Andy Lee right there as well. So having a professional trainer who's very good, and then you've got that backing of a great professional trainer, and then you as a fighter who's got some talent behind you as well. Form is temporary, class is permanent. That's the way I kind of view it. Hi Ben, how you doing? Hope you're okay. So that's the way I kind of look at it. That's the way I view it. Liam Cameron, as far as I'm concerned now, he'll be known as the guy that gave Ben Whittaker his toughest fight and should have beaten him in his first fight. That is what Liam Cameron's career is going to be known for. And as for Ben Whittaker, he will say, on that night, I didn't perform properly. I did the business in the second fight. Let's move on. There are other fights he has out there, but remember, this guy's got 8 fights, so I think they need to be careful who they match Ben Whittaker with. His mouth will run a country mile. He talked about how he could beat Boatsi, he could beat Yard, he could do this, he could do that. That's him. If I'm boxer, I rein him in a bit, and I let him do his thing. I rein him in, but I bring some guys in that are tough, durable, but his boxing skills allow him to outbox him. That's what he needs now. Some good US guys, US, European. Get Ben Whittaker to fight for the British title, the Commonwealth, the European, and then the world title. That gives him maybe 2 years? And then he should go for the big boys. I don't think he should go anywhere near the big boys for another 2 years for me. If boxers are serious, because then that, hi Ben, then that will allow for good. That will allow for people, that will allow for Whittaker to improve and develop and grow and grow into the talent and the ability and the fighter that I think people would expect him to be. That's what I think. So his talent will back up his mouth. I think that will give him 2 years. By that time, guys like Bivol, Beterbiev, them guys will go. You know, a good fight would be for Whittaker, Joe Smith. Guys like Joe Smith, Pascal, those type of guys. You know, their footwork ain't great, but they're durable, they're strong, they're going to come forward and they're going to give it. In about 12, 15 fights, them the type of guys, they'll be just a bit over the hill. Some of them will be over the hill, but they're good names to have on his record resume and good experience fights for Whittaker to have, I think. And the other question to ask when it comes to Whittaker is, you know, they're saying he might be tight at the weight. I wouldn't like to see Whittaker fighting up at cruiserweight. I think there's some killers at cruiserweight. I don't want to see him at cruiserweight. So if he's struggling at weight, then I would suggest that he comes in and brings in a guy like, get a professional dietitian in. Because I hear about a lot of these guys struggling at weight. The first question I ask is, are you got a professional dietitian? There should be no reason in 2025 that any boxer should be struggling with weight, apart from a boxer who's doing DIY. That's where they've got professional trainers in and professional dietitians in to avoid that problem. So that's what I think for Ben Whittaker. I think he's got the hallmarks of a real top fighter, but he'll need experience to go with that. And what all these top guys have got, it would be Bivol, Beterbiev, even Yard, Boatsi, Callum Smith. All them guys have got experience, maturity. And if Whittaker had those sort of that amount of experience behind him, and he's in an era now, the Turkey Al-Sheikh era, where don't be surprised he gets thrown into fights faster because everybody wants to have a superstar. And rather than maneuvering fighters into right positions for them to fight, we're now rushing fighters in because of networks and boxer battling against Matchroom or boxer battling against Frank Warren's Queensbury, and that's what ends up happening. So I think they need to just slow Ben Whittaker down, let him fight for British. If you can't get British, let him fight for the Commonwealth, let him fight for the European, and in 2 years, world title fight. I don't want to see Ben Whittaker in no world title fight in a year. I don't care if he's got the ability, because what ends up happening is that he'll get the world title, right, And then he's going to have to fight against guys that are far more experienced than him. And that's a problem. Like I said, so Liam Cameron, because he got blasted up by Ben Whittaker, the angle will be, well, maybe I should get a third fight against Whittaker, who wants to see that, or he can start fighting against the other guys. I think Liam Cameron can see fights against maybe Anthony Yard. That's a fight I could see. Yard versus Liam Cameron. I could see Boatsi fighting Cameron. Dan Aziz fighting Cameron. So they're fights that Cameron can have. That could be interesting fights. So those are my thoughts on that. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. And by the way, if you've got nothing better to say with your lives, say nothing. It doesn't bother me in the slightest what you think. It's my channel, and I'll be here to say what I like, when I like, how I feel. If you don't like it, turn the channel. Thank you so much for watching. This is BWTM Sports Gaming, and we're out. Take care.